Hello all, welcome back. As you may or may not have noticed, I did change my name to Body of the Empress here on the channel. This year has brought lots of changes here for me personally, so why not bring them professionally as well. So I am just want to make a couple of quick comments, advisements, what have you, and then we'll get started. First of all, today's reading, since it has been a while since I've been on, is just what Spirit is needing you to know here in February. Today is February 23rd, the day that I'm recording it. I will try to get it out today. If not, it'll be the 24th. So as well, for those of you that come across this reading, or if you are a subscriber, I do want to say as well, take the messages that resonate. Try not to make anything fit, because there could be a good amount of people watching it, and of course, not everything is going to be meant for everyone. So, with that said, I'll do one more quick announcement. I just wanted to show this quick candle. It is absolutely huge. This is a cereal bowl candle. It's called Fruity Jewels. It reminds me of Fruity Pebbles. There's 3 wicks in here. My daughter actually made this for me. She has her own business. It's on Etsy, and as you can see, it's pretty thick. It's the size of a regular cereal bowl. I've smelled it burning in her house, as well as other candles. She does do wax melts. If you're interested to see what all things that she has, I'll give you her Etsy info. I've got it right here. It's Scents of Wonderland, and just gave you a quick screenshot. That way you can kind of check out what all she has. She's very, I don't want to say cheap, but I will say reasonable. This candle was $25, and she does do shipping, shipping included. So my shipping was $8 or $7.99, I think. That's for US. I'm not sure what she does as far as outside of the country, but I'm sure she would work with you if you were outside of the country. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this message. What you need to know. Let me move these cards out of the way. I did clear the cards with some sage, and I've got some beautiful, it's the smell of the rainforest going here. It smells wonderful. But let's go ahead and get on with your message. I've already pre-shuffled, but I always tend to shuffle again. It's just habit. So thank you all for clicking. Please watch till the end of the reading. And if you feel so inclined, I do ask that you hit the like button. Also share the video, and also leave a comment for me. I'd like to know what you think of this reading, since it has been a while. I am working now full-time again, so I'm going to try to do as many readings as I can with my schedule permitting, of course. All right, so far we have Temperance, Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the World, and we have Seven of Cups there in the center. Oh, we have the Moon. Let's get three more. Thank you. The King of Cups. I just cleaned my desk or my table here, and it seems like I didn't really accomplish much. I still have a lot of stuff here. One more, please. Ace of Wands. Okay. So let's check out this message here. First off, before we get into clarifying, and I'll scoot these up a little bit so you can see them. My camera's tilted a wee bit, so I may move it down for the next reading. I don't want to play with it mid-reading. So we have Temperance here. This is telling me that you're currently trying to balance out your emotions. You may have had some problems with that in the recent past, but I feel like you're doing a really good job of giving to people in your immediate area, like your family members, children, mother or parents, grandparents, what have you, pets, and then also receiving the emotional support, love, caring, empathy that you require here. And I feel like you don't have to get very vulnerable or haven't been to be able to do this, which is good, You're in a good place. This is a very balanced place. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. This may be either a new journey that you're onto or just beginning a new path. I feel like this is going to become very lucrative is what I'm getting from Spirit. Very lucrative. But you do have to, let me back up a little bit. As far as the pathway being lucrative, I see here like small, it's not really hills, but mountains that you're going to have to climb. And for that, it's going to take a lot of energy, a lot of time, but I feel like it's well worth it here for you. And once you accomplish that, Spirit's got something very special in mind for you. And that's where we have this Eight of Pentacles. This is the hard work you're going to have to put in. This could be a passion project here, now that I'm seeing the Ace of Wands over here. But like in the past here, you could have been missing passion, inspiration, creativity. You've got the work ethic in you. I feel like you're very dependable. You're very balanced. You've got the emotion for it, but you've been needing that inspiration, the creativity. But that's coming, it looks like. And then we've got the World. This is I feel like this is all like new luck coming to you. You march to the beat of your own drum, I hear. You may not get along to go along. You kind of do your own thing, perhaps. And you may hang around a lot of fire signs. I'm kind of drawn here down into this corner. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, that may be either friends, family for you, or acquaintances. But this is something that's going to complete you. This could be a life purpose. A life purpose. You've had I'm getting many different hats to wear over your lifetime, or soon to be, depending on your age. This could be love, like you love the work that you've done. So a lot of employers may want you because of your work ethic. You're not afraid to get in there and do what needs to be done. But I feel like this all has to do with your life purpose. Some of these jobs may have not have been the best here with the snake, and I feel like that's a viper over here. So I'm not going to get in too much on what that means. Take that for what that message is, because I try not to stay too much in the negativity here on this channel. But I feel like with the victory wreath here, the castle, you could have moved your way up. Even maybe found a job where there was your Prince Charming. And you could end up finding a job where you are working with your Prince Charming, maybe bringing him along or just finding him and the relationship begins. That's why it's at the center of your reading here. We have the moon. I feel like you've been separated, or you feel separated. This is all about your feelings. You feel separated from a lot of other people. This is all about possibly indifference, or maybe indifference isn't the word I'm looking for. You've always wanted to be like other people, maybe to fit in, but there's no way that you could fit in. Spirit is focusing here on the sun and the moon. You're always that bright object in the sky, like a star, but much bigger. The sun is full of energy. We need the sun to survive. It gives us vitamin D. And for fire signs, even though I mentioned fire signs here earlier in the reading, fire signs like Leos, they need the sun. That has a lot to do with their ego and other things. But and the moon may have a lot to do with your emotions. If you're intuitive, you may vibe a lot more closer to when the moon comes out than when the sun is out. So you may work like on night shift possibly, or maybe do your best work on nights. Okay. As far as your life purpose goes, or have a job where you can have that flexibility. The King of Cups is that person that is very capable of expressing his emotions, his love. And no matter how much love, kindness, empathy, what have you, in this big cup that he provides to other people, he always has a good amount left over for himself. He is never without. But I feel like it's going to take you a good amount of time to get there. to learn how to do this, because you've always overgiven. And it does take a long time to figure that out. And here, this is the future side here. To be able to do this, you have to have boundaries with pretty much everyone. Friends, family, acquaintances, strangers. Doesn't mean you have to be rude, negative, harsh, anything like that. Just be firm, because you have to put yourself first. Otherwise, you can't help anyone. You can't love anyone. You can't do anything with anyone. You will be sucked dry emotionally. I feel like you're a very emotional person. You could be an energy healer. This could be any type of energy worker. You could be a starseed here. But you are going to need to take some time to get the inspiration to do this, the creativity to figure it out. I am seeing and hearing you need to speak with your spirit guides. The spirit guides are going to lead you and direct you to what this purpose is, especially here when I go diagonally. With Temperance, Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. And even here in the middle, straight down the middle, there's a lot that your spirit guides can offer you as far as advice. So if you haven't spoken with them, contacted them, all you have to do is talk. You can think in your mind. They can hear everything you think. They can hear everything that you say. So let's clarify some of these messages. We have here at the bottom of my Golden Girls deck, the Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to stretch these out a little bit, but then I'll kind of scoot them up as we progress down to the bottom. So for Temperance, let's see what we have. Thank you. We have the Page of Pentacles. For Ace of Pentacles. What do we have for the Ace of Pentacles? Thank you. We have Strength. So with the first two cards, this was for, thank you. I'm going to stop there for a second. For Temperance with the Page of Pentacles here. In the past you may have had, or for a specific few, trouble balancing your emotions, and this is like a long time ago, and it interfered with your finances. So there could have been some type of change, there could have been some type of help. I feel like you not only helped yourself, but you did that by reaching out. You may have reached out to I'm saying like a physician, because I've got the white robe here. That could be a white jacket. For some of you, that could have helped you if you've had some emotional issues or behavioral problems, like I'm seeing depression, bipolar, anything like that where you need to have like some stabilization. And I feel like that's worked out great for you. And that's where you've now been able to start to receive your money. Get that bag. That bag, that cash, those bands are flowing in. And then here we have with the Ace of Pentacles. This is what I was talking about, the money. The money is starting to flow after that. And it took a lot of strength for you to ask for help. But you saw how that was a good thing. Spirit was directing you to that. And that was definitely, I feel like, some type of test for those of you that reached out for help, either with maybe parents, with a doctor, guidance, I'm even hearing guidance counselor for those of you that are in school. Those are social workers. And they have the ability to direct you further. They cannot offer medical advice, but they can advise you to go to a physician. And then you started to put in the work. You may have had some, I just keep hearing decomposition, but that can't be right. It's more deterioration of maybe your self-care. And once you started getting your self-care under control, that's helped you rise up and maybe become a leader in your current position, because they recognize the skills, and the other positives that the attributes that you come with. So let's look at the world, or I'm sorry, the wheel. Yeah, the world. I thought it was the world. The world. And I do have to mention, this is for an Aries reading. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm sorry I did not preface that in the beginning, but it will be labeled as I load it. So with the world, we have the Queen of Swords. So as you start to move into this, I feel like this is like a timeline upgrade or a shift. You now are developing, well, okay, I was going to say something else, but you now are recognizing what's good for you and what's no longer good for you. So if you have been with somebody that did not support you, or maybe you're even looking back into old relationships and maybe they enabled you, you're cutting off those relationships, maybe with family. And this is where the self-care part of your journey is really important. And then let's take a look at the center of your reading, the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, thank you. We have Three of Pentacles. So this one cup that is something quite special that I was talking about, that divine purpose for this lifetime. This is having something to do, like I said, and I just got confirmation with my voice, having a lot to do with the work that you're going to do. You could be working with a group of people, maybe 3 people, and you just may be like the head purpose, somebody that's like the front person, I guess you could say, like the front man. And your person that you fall in love with could be one of the other 2 people in the group. So let's look at the moon. Tell me about the moon. And I have gotten some messages before I started this reading. I will share those here in just a moment after I clarify the moon. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Page of Swords. This all has to do with possibly another person spying on you. This could be the person that's interested in you from the group. And my voice is very scraggly at the moment, so that is a possibility, I feel. A strong possibility. But it also could be someone else. But who else are you working with at night? Excuse me. My voice just, I feel like that was a strong confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so before I clarify this last row, I wanted to get into the messages that I had as I was tapping into the group. So as I was tapping in, I was starting to feel a lot of anxiety. I kept on hearing 1.6, 1.6, should have left it alone. And it was a male voice. The next message was, it's not here, it's not here. And immediately after that, I heard the same male voice. Now, these were 2 separate voices from the 1.6. So the guy that said, it's not here, he said, ain't no sucker. And so after that, the next one was a male voice that said, it was a female voice that said, oh, how sweet, on Valentine's Day. And she said, you need to go back to your mama's house. Get to walking. So out of those messages, I feel like this is strongly like the 2 messages from the men, the 1.6 message and the it's not here message. Those having to do with what I was talking about, of how you previously, or someone in watching, or this resonates for possibly, the way that you could have had problems making ends meet in the past, because maybe it wasn't the most legal of jobs, of situations. There could have been a lot of risk, a lot of danger here in that job. And that's why I was hearing ain't no sucker. And then the 1.6, I feel like that was, of course, thousands. And it was more of like a hustle. He was trying to get to either subscribers or to money. And it apparently collapsed under his feet, and somebody scammed him, took his money, or like just lost it all basically. And this just all tells me, just between those two messages, it benefits you to do the right thing. Good things breed good things. When you're hanging around negativity and doing the wrong things, you're only going to breed pain, heartbreak, and you never accelerate in your life. I'm sure when people were little boys and girls, adults, when we were little boys and girls, no one ever was thinking about, hey, when I grow up, I want to be a dealer. You know, I want to be a hitter. That's not what children aspire to. So why is it okay for adults to do it now? Why is it acceptable? It shouldn't be. It should not be. And then the female that caught her man cheating, that was the right thing. And that's what Spirit was showing, you know. Do the right thing. 3 chances, you're out. And that's the way that I look at things. But I'm making changes to that. It all depends on your actions, not what you say to me. You have to show me you're doing things differently. Anyway, so let's get back into the cards. So I hope that those messages resonate for somebody. Please let me know if they do in the comments section. But those were all like either past lifetime messages, or it could be even this lifetime, but several years ago, if not decades ago. So King of Cups. Let's look at the King of Cups. Why is it here? Thank you. And we have the 7 of Cups. You have a lot of love to give, but you need to be choosy with who you either offer it to or who you give it to. Remember, you have 2 cups there. You need to save 1 cup for you. The other is who actually deserves you, who treats you the best. You don't want to give your love and affection to somebody that treats you like garbage. Let's look at 7 of Wands. Why is that here? 7 of Wands. Seven of Wands, thank you. And we have a 10 of Swords. This is all about endings. So I feel like if you did not protect yourself against people trying to use you, like the 7 of Cups, people trying to use you, take what they can get, you're changing that. You're ending that cycle. You're changing that story. And that's where you move into the Ace of Wands. This is a new story, a new thing for you. Ace of Wands. I just love how we get a 10 of something and a 1 of something immediately next. It may not fit together with wands and swords, but still, it's an ending of something and a beginning of something else. Ace of Wands, please. Something flip? Or did it turn all the way over? Okie dokie. All right, 5 of Pentacles. You are no longer in the cold. You are hot. You are on fire, my friend. I feel like you had money issues, like I said in the past. That's coming to an end. Coming to an end. I'm only doing uprights here for the clarifiers and for the primary cards. So if any of that resonates for you, please let me know in the comments or just by clicking the like button. Feel free to subscribe. That way you never miss me every time I drop a reading, Aries. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.